Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan episode. If you haven't listened to this before, this is just a quick episode where I share what's on the meal plan for my family for the upcoming week. I do use kind of like a basic meal rotation for mostly from Monday through Thursday, where I kind of repeat either on a theme or specific foods. Like every other Monday we do hamburgers, that type of thing. So the meal plan can be found in a blog post form on my website at lolasfrugallife.com, where you can find links to any recipes that I share during the episode. And this meal plan always runs Saturday through Friday, and it's only for dinners. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what I wanted to make sure I told you. So anyway, so this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, October 1st. I actually don't have a meal to share for Saturday because we're going to actually be going out to dinner for my sister's birthday, so I won't be cooking that day. So for Sunday, I'm going to be making a pesto chicken penne casserole. So this was really easy to throw together. It's just kind of one of those like all-in-one meals. It's got penne and chicken and spinach and Alfredo sauce, and you just kind of throw it all together and bake it in the oven. And then I'm just going to do a bagged salad on the side with that, like the kind you get at the grocery store that has like all the dressing and the toppings and everything together. So I could just kind of dump it into a bowl, mix it up, and that can go on the side with the pesto chicken penne bake. For Monday, I'm doing hamburgers. We do hamburgers every other Monday, so this week happens to be hamburger night. For the hamburgers, I don't really have a recipe to share. I just basically take ground beef and make it into a patty and cook it on the stovetop or on the grill, depending on the weather. I'm also going to do a can of pork and beans, and then I'm going to make French fries in the oven because we have this gigantic bag of French fries that my daughter picked out from BJ's, and it's just taking up a lot of space, so I want to use up some of those French fries. Again, I think I used them last time, either when I did hot dogs or I forget what meal I used them for, but and plus it'll make my life easy that night because I won't have to cut up the potatoes. I usually make potato wedges on the night when we have hamburgers, but we're just going to use up some of those French fries. For Tuesday, we're going to do cheesy chicken nachos, which is from realsimple.com. We always do some type of Mexican theme recipe on Tuesdays, so we're going to do the cheesy chicken nachos. Again, I did these, I don't know, a little over a month ago, and it was really good. It was the first time I had made it. This recipe calls for shredded rotisserie chicken, so that was the only thing that was a little bit of a pain because I wanted it to be fresh, so I ran out that day and got the rotisserie chicken, which I really don't like to do, to have to like run out to get something for making dinner, but that's what I did. I don't know, maybe if I have time I'll get it a day or two earlier this time. But yeah, it came out really good. You basically just take the nachos and top it with the chicken and then with a ton of cheese, and then we just put out all the toppings on the counter so everybody could just kind of top their nachos with whatever they wanted. You know, we had out like salsa, sour cream, avocado, all that kind of stuff. So we will be doing that for Tuesday. For Wednesday, we always do some type of seafood meal. One of those meals that we make kind of frequently is bacon wrapped barbecue shrimp. So that's what we're having this Wednesday. That's from allrecipes.com. And I always share when I make this recipe, I don't actually wrap the shrimp in the bacon. I just cut the bacon into like little squares and I just throw it all over top of the shrimp, kind of like a sheet pan meal where you just kind of throw everything together. I just layer the bacon over top. It comes out just as good and it saves so much time. So that's for Wednesday. I'm also going to be doing fried rice as a side dish, which is from mydaintysoulcurry.com. And this is an Instant Pot fried rice dish. And it's got vegetables and rice and everything. So we'll do that with the shrimp. For Thursday, I'm going to be doing easy clam chowder. We usually always do soup and grilled cheese or breakfast for dinner on Thursdays because that's the night I go food shopping and I try and make the cooking time a little bit quicker and easier. So I'm going to be doing easy clam chowder, which is from damndelicious.net. The soup does come together really quick and it's really good clam chowder for like how quick and easy it comes together. We all really like it. So I'm actually doubling the recipe this time because even though it says it's 6 servings, like I feel like we're scraping the pot by the end of dinner, and I always like to make sure that there's enough or even like possibly some leftovers. So I'm going to be doubling that recipe this week. For this one, I don't usually make grilled cheese because the clam chowder winds up usually being kind of filling enough on its own, and we serve it with those oyster crackers. But you know, I usually always ask if anybody wants grilled cheese, and then I'll cook up a couple sandwiches if anybody does want it. So then the last meal on this week's meal plan is going to be for Friday. This is a new recipe that I'm going to try. It's chicken pot pie casserole. It's from tornadoali.com. It's like TornadoughalI.com. Tornado Alley. I think that's what it is. I didn't really think through what that name, what the website was saying, but yeah, I think it's called Tornado Alley. Anyway, so this is, like it sounds, it's a casserole, a chicken pot pie casserole, and it's topped with like those biscuits like that come in a can. So it's got like cream of chicken, frozen vegetables, cooked chicken, some seasonings, and then you top it with cheese and then the biscuits. So I thought it sounded like it'd be pretty good, and it sounded pretty simple for a Friday night. So we're gonna try that for this Friday. So that's it for this week's meal plan. I hope this inspired you to get your meal plan together, or maybe you heard some recipes you might want to try. Again, you can find those on my website at lolasfrugallife.com, as well as blog posts for all of my other regular topic episodes that come out on Mondays. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you back here next week.
So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes, and definitely all of my meal plan episodes, at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.